Hi friends, Quill here, back with another DEXIT prediction here on the channel. This week we're going to go over the Hoenn region. Now, since we did this video, there was another update that came out for the Galar region, and there were some more Pokemon that were included. Those that we haven't gotten to yet, I went ahead and marked as blue, like the other Pokemon that are confirmed. Those that we have gotten to that I've marked and have been confirmed, I've left them green for now, and we'll figure out what to do with them later. But for now, let's just go ahead and get into the Hoenn region. But before we do that, make sure you hit that like button down below and subscribe if you're enjoying this series. And comment down below and tell me one Hoenn Pokemon that you really want to be in the Galar region. Alright, as always, we're going to go ahead and start off with the starters. And again, I think that we could see these in max raid battles. I think they are perfect for the new max raid battle system, how you can encounter different Pokemon using max raid battles. I don't think that we'll see Poochyena and Mightyena. They're outshined by a lot of different dark types, as well as dog Pokemon. I think we're covered in that area. Same goes for the Wurmple line. I think that we have enough of our generic bug types. I don't think that they'll include these ones in favor of others. With the inclusion of the Lotad line, I think we definitely will see the CDOT line. Since their inception, the CDOT line has sort of been a parallel to the Lotad line, so I definitely think there's a good chance we'll see them. I think that the normal flying bird type Pokemon will be covered several times over by the time we get through all of this, and I don't think that bodes well for Taillow and Swallow. I don't think we'll see them. I think that Surskit and Masquerain fit in the region. I just think that we'll see them. Same goes for Shroomish and Breloom. I think a lot of people are really excited to see Galarian Weezing's neutralizing gas ability neutralize the Slack Off line's terrible Truant ability, but I think that because neutralizing gas exists, we won't be seeing this line in the new games. I think it'll just overpower things. There's a big focus on balancing the metagame, and I think including slacking alongside an ability that automatically neutralizes that terrible ability is working in the opposite direction of balance. Nincada and its evolutions I don't necessarily see in the Hoenn region, although for some reason I can see Whismur, Loudred, and Exploud, as well as Makuhita and Hariyama. We included Marill and Azumarill, so Azurill will be there following Cerebee's assumption that one Pokemon's confirmation confirms the rest of the evolutionary line. There are 3 evolutionary lines that originate in the Hoenn region, which have been in every regional Pokedex thereafter. The first is Pelipper and Wingull, which we see are already confirmed, but Nosepass is not yet. I don't think that they'll count it out of this Pokedex. I think we'll see Skitty and Delcatty. I don't know why, I think they just fit in the region. I'm going to go ahead and include Sableye, who's often seen as a parallel to Mawile. I think that if they don't include Aggron, there will be a riot, so I think they almost have to include that line. I think that because Game Freak has included Ralts already, and Ralts can evolve into a psychic fighting type, I think that hurts the case for us seeing the Meditite line. I don't think we will. I'm a little bit surprised that we're going to see the electric dogs because we already have an electric dog, but you know what? I'm all for it. I could see Plusle and Mining going either way. They're gimmick Pokemon which can help or hurt that sort of situation, but they're electric mouse types, which we've already got plenty of. Again, I think this could go either way, but for right now, I think I'm going to count them out of my personal list. Don't ask me why, I've just got this sneaking suspicion in the back of my head that we'll see Volbeat and Illumise. They're really unpopular, and they're really bad competitively, but I think that there might be some potential for a Galarian form there, and I think that'd be interesting. Later on, when we cover the Unova region, we're going to see that Trubbish and Garbodor are already confirmed for the new games, and as such, I don't think that there's room for Gulpin and Swallow, which is unfortunate because I think they're kind of cool. Carvana and Sharpedo have interesting typings and are popular enough that I think Game Freak will include them. The same goes for Numel and Camerupt. In Generation 7, we saw the introduction of weather-inducing abilities like Drizzle and Drought added to 4 Pokemon, namely Pelipper, Torkoal, Gigalith, and Vanillux. The only one of those Pokemon that has not been yet added to the Galar Pokedex is Torkoal, and so I think that we will see it in the new games. Spoink and Grumpig are a little bit underwhelming, but I, for whatever reason, feel like we'll see them. One of the defenses that Game Freak uses for DEXIT is that there are too many models and too many textures to import into the game. They take up too much space, and so they're deleting a bunch of the Pokedex in order to free up that space, and I think one of the places you start is a Pokemon that has a lot of different textures for no reason, and that's Spidna, so I don't think we'll see Spidna. A lot of people are saying that we won't see Cacnea and Cacturn because we already have seen Maractus, and I'm going to go ahead and agree with that because we already included the CDOT line of course, which evolves into grass and dark types. And they're semi-confirmed because of the Lotad line. So we already have a cactus Pokemon. We already have a grass and dark type. Outside of that, Cacturne serves no purpose. So I think we will see them in the new games. Swablu and Altaria exude a sort of whimsy that I see in the Galar region. I think we'll see them. Zangoose and Seviper exemplify this sort of competitive spirit that I think also emanates through the Galar region, so I think we'll see them as well. If you're watching my Fire Red Omega Nuzlocke challenge, you'll see how much this is going to pain me, but I don't think that we're going to see Lunatone, or I almost called it Cryptids, Solrock, because they're, again, that sort of mystical vibe that I don't get from the Galar region, as well as just kind of blasé rock and psychic types. Although, there aren't very many rock and psychic types, if any, that I can remember, so I'm gonna go ahead and include them. I wouldn't be surprised if that's incorrect, but I like Solrock because of my Fire Red Omega Nuzlocke run, so I'm going to include them, at least for now. Barboach and Whiscash, I think, kind of sink to the background of water types. They don't really stand out, and they're outclassed by the likes of Quagsire, which is already confirmed, and Seismitoad witches as well. I don't think we'll see this line. Corphish and Crawdon are interesting water types. They're also the dark type, which they share with Carvanha and Sharpedo, but I just think they fit in the Galar region, and I think we'll see them. I don't think that it's unlikely that we'll see Baltoy and Claydol as well. They're a unique typing, a unique concept. They are a little bit mystical for the Galar region, but I could see it happening. If you've watched the other videos in the series, you know how I feel about fossil Pokemon and how they almost certainly won't be in the games. So I'm going to go ahead and count all of them out here, unfortunately, because I love Credillia and I love Armaldo. Castform and Kecleon are a little bit too gimmicky. I don't see them in the region. Shuppet and Bayonet, I don't know why, I just see them there. I think they will be. Tropius is more of a tropical type of Pokemon, and for that reason, I don't think we'll see it in the Galar region. Chimecho is a Pokemon I definitely could see getting a Galar form and then a Galar evolution as well. I think church bells have a big influence. I could just see that as a concept for a Galar form. And to round off the Hoenn Pokemon that have appeared in every subsequent Pokedex, Absol, I believe, will be in the game. Between the Galar region being sort of a colder sort of climate and the fact that real life seals are in real life UK, I think it's very possible that we get the Walrein line. I think that Clamperl, Huntail, and Gorobus definitely fit within the Galar region. I think it's a good chance we'll see them. I think there's a chance we could see Relicanth, but if I had to guess, I wouldn't say that it'll make it to the new region, and the same goes for Luvdisc. Of course, pseudo-legendaries, they almost have to include in the region just because they've included some of them. I feel like they need to include all of them, or there, again, will be a riot. So that includes Bagon, Shelgon, Salamence, and the Beldum line. As with most legendaries, I don't think there's any room for the Regis. Latios and Latias, perhaps, but I'm not going to count them right now. Box legendaries, absolutely not. There's no way we're going to see any of these Pokemon in Pokemon Sword and Shield. And Jirachi being a mythical rather than a legendary Pokemon. Again, we've seen Mew. I might be wrong in assuming that because Mew is in Jirachi and the other mythical Pokemon will be, but just like Celebi, we're going to go ahead and go out on a limb and say that it will be in the region. Deoxys being an alien, sort of getting its Hoenn focus, I don't think that it'll be in the Galar region either. And there you have it. My DEXIT guesses for the Hoenn region Pokedex. Don't forget to click that like button down below and tell me down in the comments what's one evolutionary line that you disagree with me on and one that you agree with me on. And also, what's one Hoenn Pokemon that you'd really like to see in the new games. Be looking next week for when we tackle the Sinnoh region, but that will do it for today. So, thanks for watching, my friends, and as always, see you next time.